Welcome South Africa. We are so excited. We are at the Hirsch's Home Store in Umhlanga, and we have the lovely Margaret Hirsch from the Hirsch's Home Stores, and we have the captain of the Springboks, Mr. Kolisi. Stay tuned as we have a very exclusive interview only on GlowTV. My name is Denver Naika. You're watching the Get Real Show.
Hi, I'm Kolisi, and you're watching the Get Real Show on GlowTV.
Come and celebrate our grand opening. Join us to celebrate our brand new store, Super Spa West Street. We dedicated our service in bringing you the best quality products to you, giving you the best of our shelves to your cart. We'll make sure you find what you're looking for under one roof. It is time to save more with our new store. Get assured with good values and great discounts. We make grocery shopping easy. You don't need to check that list twice. We have it on the first glance. Visit our brand new store, Super Spa West Street.
Welcome to the Red Doctor. Hi, Santa. The Red Doctor, make you sleep better.
Hi everyone, this is Margaret Hirsch at Home with Hirsch's and on the Get Real Show with GlowTV. And today I've got the famous Kolisi here with me, and I'm probably the least sporty person in the whole world to be interviewing you, Sia. So you've been interviewed by a few people in your day who all know what they're talking about. Then you get me who has no idea. But just what I want to talk to you about is, I go into the schools with the girls, and I try and get them role models to look up to. That's why I'm working with Mrs. South Africa, and in fact tonight I'm judging Miss India, and these are role models for the youth of today. And for me and for you, I think that you are such a role model for the youth of today, and I think it's so important that you are such a fantastic role model, and I love the fact that you've taken over your little brother and sister as well. So just to the young people out there who are thinking, is there any hope in this country? I believe that this country is a land of wealth and abundance. There's so much here for the youth, but they are stuck at home in their little rut. How on earth are we as South Africans going to get them out and say, guys, there's so much in this country. What are you going to do how can we work with them to let them know that there's something out there for them, that they can make a life for themselves? You made a life for yourself. I made a life for myself. Both of us come from nowhere, and we've done it, so they can do it too. So the message I want to get across to them is, if we can do it, they can do it. What are you going to say to them?
Yes, thank you so much. It's great to be here, and it's good to see you, and congrats on your award. Straight from your flight to work. So yeah, I think obviously we know with our people that are in charge, the leaders, obviously, hopefully they can, create opportunities for the youth, because we keep on saying our youth is our future, but at the moment things are tough. The employment rate is really high. But as you said, there are people who come from difficult circumstances who were able to make it. And I think it's all about using what you have around you before, complaining about what you don't have. And hard work will always, well, most of the time, you'll get the opportunity when it comes. So prepare yourself, work as hard as you can, whatever you do, whatever the small things that you have around you. If it's going to school every day, and taking every opportunity. And when the opportunity comes, you better be ready. But I think it's for us, people who have a platform, who have opportunities to keep on creating. We don't wait for the government. We do what we can around our environment. And when we get the opportunities and use them all, and for me, success is all about how many people you take with you, how many lives that you touch. And that's why I do what I do. I want to change people's lives. I want to make sure the kid that comes from a similar background like me, that knows that it's possible to make it as long as you keep focused and you protect your dreams as hard as you can, especially from the closest people around you, because it's normally people, your parents, your cousins, your sisters and whatever, or your brothers, family members who couldn't make it, and they normally tell you, no, it's impossible just because they couldn't make it. As long as you believe in your dream and protect it, you always make it. And we'll do our best to make sure we create those opportunities.
Now, the other thing I want to talk to you about is your health. I mean, your health is so important today with all the COVID and things, and it's never come out to be more that our health is so important. And I try and get the kids to eat healthy and to exercise and that type of thing. And that's why I love sport, because with sport, at least the kids go out and they can, get their energy out on other things. What do you say to the children when all they want to eat is fast foods and drink energy drinks and things like that? I get so angry with them when I see that happening. How can you go out and talk to the kids about their health and about eating proper food? Because in this country we've got fresh vegetables, we've got fantastic stuff, but they tend to go for those fast foods which have no nutrition in them, and especially those energy drinks which are so bad for them.
It's hard because there are so many kids who actually who don't have a choice, who eat what they get. So I grew up like that. I would eat anything that I could get because that's all I could have. So whatever meal I could. So yeah, to those that can, it's good to eat healthy. But I think more of those that don't have. So I would rather think of saying think about when you go to the store, whatever you buy, there's always cans that you can drop off. Think of the next person, and if you can eat healthy, do eat healthy. It's good for you for a long term as well, because a lot of the stuff that you eat and take in, it hurts you in the long run. But yeah, I think especially in times like this, it's times of giving. Every day should be like that. Think of all those that you don't have. So let's share as much as you can in this period and going forward. Whatever you do in this life, just think of the next person. How can you do something to make someone else's life better?
thing. I always say your partner will bring you 99% of your happiness or your unhappiness in your life. And you've been so blessed to find an amazing partner to share your life with in this lifetime you've got. So, I mean, I've been married to my husband for nearly 50 years. Can you imagine that? That's a long time, eh? And, what is your, I think if we can just get the youth of this country to get the families back together again, because sometimes they're sort of migrant, they come and they go. I want them to get together and have a closely knit family. I actually gave a talk to a whole lot of ladies at a bank in Joburg recently, and they said, there are no good men in this world. And I said, of course there are. But, I always say to women, you get the good man and you're going to make him better. What do you say to the youth about finding a partner and sticking to them for life? Because I think that will be the secret of success in this country.
I think it is important to find someone that you can share your life with, and, someone that will stick with you through the good and the bad. And there's a lot of families. I mean, I think that's how this country will be successful, is how the world will be successful, with a stronger family, which makes a stronger community and obviously a stronger country as well. So I encourage that, as men, we need to work a bit harder. We need to be intentional about what we do, and our priorities need to be important. And we have to do our best to set good examples for our kids. Of course, we make mistakes, but we admit and how we come up and rectify the mistakes and the actions that we do to make sure that whatever we do, the kids are always watching. They don't always do what we say, they do what we do. So yeah, we need to be better in everything that we do, in how we carry ourselves, how we treat ourselves, and how we treat those ones we love around us.
Talk about my favorite subject, which is money. Now, you know, a lot of people get a little bit of money and then they just waste it, you know. Now, you came from having hardly any money, as I did, to having a lot of money. Did you take advice from other people? Did you just work it out yourself? Did you let your wife handle it? How did you handle the money that you came into that you weren't used to having? Because that's quite a difficult thing, because sometimes they start to get money and then they just start wasting it and giving it away. And, you know, I just want to tell the youth of today, if you get a little bit of money, I always say invest it. I'm a great investor in property. I love property. What do you say to them? I mean, they start getting a little bit of money and then they buy all the Gucci's and, you know, the fancy stuff. What do you say to people, and how did you manage when you started to earn really good money?
I would say like having good people around you and actually getting someone that can help you make your money make more money for you. And I mean, we in the rugby environment, we have all sort of things. We have opportunities where we have a group called My Players. They bring people in, they bring investors in, you know, and people that come and give us opportunity so we can invest our money. I mean, I remember I started saving or investing my money before my firstborn, Nicholas, when I was still young. So I think actually getting people who can advise you, because I don't know what to do with the money. So get someone that's a professional who will look after you and look at your specific situation or your circumstance, and also to someone that's going to help you to think about life after whatever you're doing, because your job is only for a certain amount of time, especially as sportsmen. It only lasts forever. And we've seen too many sportsmen who've made it and then lost it all at the same time, not because they wanted to, but because we have no mentors. So we need people to actually mentor the kids. It's one thing coming out from nothing. When you make it, you still need advice to make sure that you maintain that for a long time, and also that you're making money that's going to help you last for generations, for your future, for the future of your kids and their kids' kids. So that's really important. It's a huge thing.
So my big thing is about giving back. You know, I think it's so important. I don't believe in just handing out money to people, because then they have no value for it. But when we give back at Hirsch's, we teach people skills and we teach people how to start businesses and we teach entrepreneurs. But we also give back a lot to schools and that type of thing. From your side, what is your feeling about giving back, and how can people start giving back? I always say, even if you haven't got money, you can give of your time. But I think it's really important for everybody to start giving back. How have you managed to be giving back?
Through the foundation now. Of course, the foundation with my wife called the Kolisi Foundation. And we focus on the challenges that I faced as a kid, you know, but we focus on gender-based violence as well. And yeah, we do it through that. And there are so many people who do want to give back. And my wife uses social media to give back too, because there's a school in Cape Town that it's an amazing school, but it didn't have a library. My wife posted on social media. Some people gave in money. She built the whole library through social media, you know, and you can use whatever you can. It's other time, money, you know, efforts or connections, whatever it is that you can do, because that's the only way how our country is going to get better, how the world is going to get better, you know, doing what you can do around you. Doesn't matter how big or small, you know, at the end of the day, we all have to work together. And to be honest, the country will only get better once the poor rise up. You know, it's not about bringing down the people that have. The people that have need to know most of the social issues that we have will go down when we bring up the ones that, you know, and that's the best way to look at it. And I think you know, the more we work together, the more we step out of our comfort zone, the more we step out of our neighborhood and step into those that are less fortunate, we see, you know, they cry and they struggle, and we start understanding one another. That will make it better, make you think for yourself. Yes, you're looking after yourself, you want to make something for your family, but how can you work a little bit harder to make someone else's life, even if it's by paying a kid's school fees? If you have someone that's helping you at home, how do you help that lady or that man make sure that their kids don't do what they do? They don't become working in the kitchen or doing their garden or whatever. How do you, by just paying their school fees, making sure that they're going to the same school as your kids and how you treat them as well? I think that's how our country can better. That's how our world can get better.
You hit the nail on the head there. We can only build this country up if we bring those who haven't up to those who have, not pulling those who have down to those who haven't. So let's get out there today and do whatever we can do to build this country to the beautiful country it is, to make it stronger and better than ever before. This is Margaret Hirsch and Sia Kolisi talking to you today on GlowTV. Thank you.